Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rowan, the Lyran Witch. I'm here today with another collective message for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm always here in the spirit of love and truth and peace. Welcome if you come in that energy as well. If you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your donations, for working with me one-on-one, for being patrons, all that amazing stuff. And for everybody who says prayers and includes me, I so appreciate you, and takes the time to comment, all that great stuff. Before I hop into the message today, I'd just like to let you guys know and remind you that I'm giving away 2 free readings when I hit 1,000 subscribers. To be in the running, all you have to do is leave me a comment. You can say anything you want in the comment, as long as it's appropriate, and you will be in the running. Also, make sure you're subscribed. All right, let's hop in. So this week, I've been getting a lot of messages about, especially people's pets. A lot of messages about pets this week. And a lot of distortions coming up around those who are trying to steal animals from other people using very bizarre and pretty wicked means. I've really tapped into this collective energy of folks using witchcraft to worsen somebody else's 10 of Cups by creating depressions, creating anxieties, really bringing your focus to the negative, lowering your vibration in such a way that you either lose money or lose the ability to care for your animals. Bringing some kind of misfortune so that they can come in with this devil energy. This came up as devil in reverse, something that's not being addressed in any way. And through reversing your wheel of fortunes, be able to swoop in and adopt your animal as an act of goodwill. This is very much like Munchausen syndrome type of vibes, where, Munchausen syndrome is where a mom or a parent poisons their child on purpose and then sort of gleans some kind of satisfaction from, or attention from their kid always being sick, or from having to care for their kid, or being it puts them in a position of, oh, woe is me, everybody has sympathy for me. And this is very much the same. This might be somebody who hoards animals, who's chronically rescuing, but maybe not even taking care of their own animals that well, and always saying, oh, I don't have any money because all these animals just fall into my lap. But really, they're doing spell work in the background to have to adopt these animals. And they don't have to adopt them, but it's literally like they're causing issues. In this card, there's a woman painting honey onto her own leg. And it's all these bugs are going to come on her leg, and she's going to be like, oh no, there's so many bugs on me, but she's the one putting the honey there. It's exactly that. This person actually drains the life force from animals. I don't get that, for whatever the situation is, this collective that I'm tuning into, I don't get that they necessarily physically sacrifice the animals, but they spiritually sap animals. In the same way that, and we'll do another video on this at some point, but a very similar thing happens with children. Okay? And, I could go off on that. I've done some earlier videos where I talk about those things. And, there are people who will get into fostering and things like that so that they can spiritually harvest off of the animals or the kids that are around them. These are usually older women with very cold or very neglectful partners, if they do have a partner. They're trying to focus, it's like they want to focus on the light, but they don't look for it in themselves, because, spirit and unconditional love and God, however you want to think of it, the divine lives in the self. But these people see it as something external to them. They look for it in innocence outside of themselves. And what's more innocent than an animal or child? It's disgusting. Okay, they're saying I shouldn't be so judgmental, but it says free from judgment, free to love. That was for me. I have to be obedient to the messages. Anyway, this person, for some of you, this might be somebody that's a neighbor to you or a family member to you. This is somebody who offers to either watch your animals a lot or they're always critiquing your care of said animals. Okay, they're always insinuating that you're doing something wrong, almost wishing illness on your animal. They might even talk a lot or trauma dump about things that have happened to their old animals. Their old animals have been through a lot of hardship. They might have met very catastrophic endings because of this person's energy harvesting. You know, there is a certain point where the divine steps in. I'm literally seeing an archangel stepping in front of a dog or a cat and saying, like, no more. And, like, I'm seeing them putting a staff down. And, you know, that animal goes through a very short amount of pain when they pass. You know, they might go through, like, a catastrophic ending. But in the long term, they're not being spiritually harvested anymore. They're not being emotionally neglected anymore or emotionally disturbed anymore. You know, the spirit will take that animal's soul right back from that person. What I say, death. They always show up, dude. But it's a very disturbing thing that I stumbled upon with this, because this has come to my attention rather recently as something that's happening a lot, a whole lot. And these people tend to have social medias, specifically all about their rescue animals. And I'm not saying that everybody that has that or has the social media of their animals in any way bad. That's not a bad thing inherently, okay? But you'll know, you'll be able to look with discernment at this person and be like, there's something wrong with how they view the animals, how they treat the animals, and how they speak about other people's treatment of animals who are doing nothing wrong but may care for their animals in a different way. Yeah, with Golden Seal here, they're bringing to mind a virus when they say this. Spirit is showing me like a spiritual virus being on this person. This is kind of a virus of thought, it's like a virus of thought and how they think about themselves and how they think about the world. These are the type of people who have been through so many things in their own life, and this is not to excuse them, but this is how it's being shown to me. They've been through such a lack of gentleness in their own life that they must seek it through animals. Often these people grew up with animals, and they see animals as extremely good, right? So, you know, in that sense, they are in a good spot. But where the virus kind of takes hold of this person's psyche is they dump all of their trauma onto not only the people around them, but especially their animals. If these people have chronic health issues, which many of them do due to the trauma that they've incurred in their life, not incurred, but experienced. It's not to say they deserve trauma, they don't. But due to the trauma that they've experienced in their life, many of them have pretty extreme health issues, all right? And these people will actually be petting their animals or spending time with their animals and passing their pain to the animal. They'll be like, oh, I feel so relieved when I pet them. But it's because they're dumping so much onto the animal. They never take the time to recognize what this being actually wants, how this being wants to interact with them. These people may not train their dogs. These people might not get their animals toys. They might treat them as more of a piece of furniture that they could cuddle with, if that makes sense. They don't take their dogs places. Not every dog can go places. Some of them have more issues and it's harder. But I'm saying if that dog would be capable of, going somewhere to go for a walk with them, they don't do that. they tend to, like, act as if their dog has an issue that prevents them from doing it, and many of them don't. With the hare here, they keep them in fear cycles. They might actually cause more anxiety to the animal by neglecting letting the animal experience certain things, or putting them in such a position, oh, they're so depleted from their past life, I couldn't possibly let them walk on the ground, and they carry them everywhere. Stuff like that. Like, it's really weird. With equality, in a way, they do view the animals as people, which is not healthy for them. It causes them to neglect a lot of the animal's actual needs. But enough about this person's psyche. I really don't want to be in here, Spirit. Can we not? Can we not? We have the fire ant and the butterfly. So they're showing me this person or people that I'm describing as the fire ants. They tend to involve other people in situations they have no business being in. And this is a part of the triangulation. These people are narcissists. Absolutely, they're narcissists. And they triangulate, and they use people as flying monkeys to kind of sick them on whoever's animal they're looking at. It's a spirit of envy that's on them. They will look at somebody's pet and be like, wow, I bet that animal is so gentle and kind. And in their mind, they're like, I could benefit so much from having them around. I could do better with them. Not even paying attention to the fact that animals have spiritual agreements with people. You know, animals have attachment to people. They love their people, you know? I'm not saying every rescuer is bad. Hear me when I say this, but these are people who are very much acting out of ego. They see these animals as a symbol of their compassion. This makes me look like a good person if I get this animal. So what they'll do is they'll spread lots of rumors about that person being bad at caretaking their pets. This person neglects their animals. This person lets them do this or lets them do that or doesn't take them or whatever. They view themselves as the pinnacle of caring for animals, which is absolutely not the case I'm being shown. They neglect so much of the animal's psychological needs because they don't view them as having different needs than people, adult people. So they might not play with them. They don't, like, do the things with them that they should be doing. And they see you as very beautiful. Like, they see you as very attractive, whoever you are. And they see your animal as looking attractive with you. They see this as like a status symbol, and they feel that you're actually showing off by having this animal. Even if it's like a cat or a bird or something, and they see it in your window. Because I'm seeing a neighbor, and they're like, oh my god, I need that. Like, that should be in my window. It's weird. I hate this. I really held off on this message because it just nauseates me. But they don't want me to do so much side chatter. Anyway. This person is working very diligently. They're creating some kind of illusion or plan to try to make you look a certain way. Or, you know, shame you into giving up your animal or something. Or put you in a position where you might have to. For some of you, they're trying to get you evicted. Unhoused, I'm hearing. I'm seeing an apartment building for a lot of you. They might be putting in complaints about, oh, their dog barks all the time. Or, you know, something ridiculous, and it's not even happening. Spirit's showing me a camera. You might want to put in a camera so you can prove your side of things if that's the case for you. Because they're trying to leverage people against you. And they don't even have a case. Like, whatever they're arguing for, they're not even backed up by it. And if you cover your bases, they'll look stupid. With the deer and the gazelle, it's very odd because they're saying the people who are experiencing this spiritual virus, who are allowing this or enabling this in themselves, because you always have a choice. You both started from the same place. This is you, this is them, okay? Both of you started in the same place. You started as seeing the animals as very gentle, right? But what happened is you started to differentiate between being able to Get what you need outside of yourself versus inside of yourself, okay? You started to see that the divine takes care of you and that you don't have to seek outside. You can seek inside. I'm seeing them as the gazelle. They feel very vulnerable to other energies. They feel very preyed upon by life. They feel very entitled. I've been through so much. I deserve to have just this one thing I want. I deserve to have that beautiful creature that person lives with. Why couldn't I have them? I would do better. I'd feed them a better diet. I'd brush them more. Whatever. Yeah. You're over here minding your business, right? They're always waiting for something to change. They're very flighty. They're always waiting to have to run away from something. And because of this, it makes them very... They take strange risks that wouldn't make sense to you. They're not calm in any way. They could even be explosive for some of you. And they have a lot of permeability to negative energies or parasitic energies. You have faith in the divine. With this elk here, this is like, you're very resilient. This person may even know things about you, because they do have some knowledge here, but it seems to be more facts. They don't know you. They think they do. But they see you in this very high vibrational energy all the time, and they're so irritated by it. Like, how is this person moving forward all the time? How are they so free? You know, they might know that they might have seen even you go through some kind of negative experience. For some of you, I'm seeing like you had maybe a partner who lived with you who was bad to you. They might have heard fights go down or something and seen you break up and move out or something. They see you doing great now. They might even like have proof that these things happen, but they're like, how could this person possibly be so high vibrational and have been a victim? They just don't get it because they see themselves as a victim. They really live in victim mindset, and you don't live in victim mindset. You're out. You've done your time. And it's like they want to stay there and they want to bring other people in there so that they can feel sympathy from others. Again, like bringing in that energy from other people. You're more of, you provide for yourself. You can go long periods of time without even needing to interact with people because you're in this very like, yeah, look, you're in a protective energy with yourself and you're also in an empowered energy with yourself. You don't give a shit what people think of you. You say what you say, you mean what you say. You've already alchemized the things that were kind of rotting out of your life, I guess. And this person sees you as almost like a mythical creature, and they don't really believe that you are who you say you are. You are who they view you to be, which is really interesting. They think you're wearing a mask. They think it's fake, and they hate this about you. They see that you don't fit in wherever you are. Like, there's something about you that's different and doesn't fit the norms of where you're living, and it disturbs them. They might even have a lot of scorpionic placements or connections to Pluto in some way, but they're very, like, they say a lot of mean things behind the scenes here because they're trying to, like, protect. They think they're protecting the animals, but they're not. It's weird. Like, they see themselves on this hero's journey. It's very delusional. This whole thing is super delusional. They see themselves on this hero's journey, and everyone around them is a potential predator. Okay, look at this. You can't make this up. They see themselves as this prey, and everyone around them is cruel. The only ones that they can trust in are animals, right? And there's no way that anybody else, any of these predators, could be actually good people, right? They don't see this as a possibility. This is the energy that you're in, the phoenix and the firefly. You're glowing. You have the gift of healing, right? And you use it for yourself first and then others. This person may also have the gift of healing, but they don't use it properly. And that's why it's come into this vampiric energy. You will find that energetic vampires are naturally gifted healers that went the wrong way. They just won't do their inner work. That's what it is. There's a very fine line between a vampire and a healer. And that's why you have to be very careful who you entrust with your energy. You have to really trust yourself. You have to know that person means well and has done the work. Because if that person is emotionally volatile, and you can tell they don't really walk the talk, they're a vampire, okay? They see themselves as this victim, though, and that's why they've become vampiric. That's why they're draining others. They're like, I'm so small, and everybody hurt me. I'm so tiny. Everything's so big. I can't. And they see themselves as being put in this very cruel earth. They think they're a martyr, okay? They think they're the only good person out there, and they see themselves as having to swoop in and help these animals, and they have to overcome all of the limitations that prevent them from connecting with these, not even connecting, because that's not what they're doing, from physically having these animals that they see around. They think that any animal that they find aesthetically attractive, or yeah, it's really like an aesthetic attraction. If they see an aesthetically beautiful animal, they mistake that for thinking there's a soul connection there. But this person is so out of touch with themselves that they don't even know what a soul connection feels like. A lot of them are in very dead-end marriages, and that's why they are so like, oh my god, I need this. Maybe even fighting with their partner about how many animals they have for a lot of them. Be very careful of this person, like letting this person in on anything. I think most of you know this already, but this is like, I'm told that this is a confirmation for a lot of people. And don't do healing work for this person. This person tries everything in their capacity to get you to give out to them, give them sympathy. But they will never reciprocate. Honeybee is reciprocity here. And they think that you need to work for it in some way. Like you haven't earned their sympathy, but they have been through so much that they deserve your sympathy. You get what I'm saying. So do not give that to them. Don't give them the benefit. Stonewall this person. For those of you who are connected with the horse spirit, I did a reading about the spirit of the horse not long ago, about Hayagriva, and you may be very drawn to that reading because the horse energy is coming up here again. For somebody specific here, this is about a horse, but that's not for everybody. There's many, many different kinds of animals in here. That's just one, but particularly if you have a horse and you are resonating with this message, this person is going to try to mess with your paddock or something. They're going to come in at night and try to do something. So definitely, like, if you don't have outdoor cameras or guardian dogs or something, where, you know, if you're on a farm, I don't know, but get some kind of security. Definitely cameras if you can, and make it very... I would actually hide the fact that you're putting them in. I'm being told that it's important that you are quiet about what you're doing, and even though it kind of seems important, you know, logically, I would think, like, I want my neighbor to see me putting cameras so they don't mess with me. Spirit is specifically saying, listen to us, listen to the guides right now, and try not to show them anything you're doing. Because it will be better for you in the long run and more protective for you in the long run. Okay? Unicorn and hyena coming out again. Okay, with the moth here, they're saying this will not be a long-term thing that you're going through here. This situation is coming to an end. They will protect you. Can I have some guidance on unicorn and hyena, please, Spirit? I'm hearing tacit. Why am I hearing this? You want me to Google something? Give me a second. Sometimes they'll say a specific word and have me Google it. It leads me to something. Okay, so tacit says understood or implied without being stated. Your silence may be taken to mean tacit agreement. So they don't want you to be tacit with this person. They want you to be very upfront and be like, I don't want that. I don't want to hang out with you. No, thank you. I'm busy. Like, very no nonsense with this person. And this person's going to act like you stabbed them. You know what I mean? They're going to act as if you have done a crime to them if you say no, but this is what you need to do. Look, the rescue dog. I can't. They may ask you for some kind of... They may ask you if they can rescue your dog. This is so strange. There's something about needing to tell this person off or needing to set a boundary with this person. They also want to be singled out for special recognition. And I'm hearing don't give it to them because that's like part of the tacit agreement. Oh, like you recognize me for that one thing, so that means whatever. It means that you're agreeing to something you're not agreeing to. We have the mouse coming out again. It says structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role as you have much to offer. Much wisdom to offer. And this is number 4, which is saying angelic protection and the Emperor. They want you to be in this Emperor energy with this person. Don't take advice from them. Don't ask advice from them. Like, stonewall this person. That's... Ugh. Yeah, tell them the truth. This person is healing from grief. They may have lost somebody in their life recently. And they're envious because you have a lot more freedom than they do. Or a lot more free time than they do. If they were a normal person, they would be inspired by you. But instead, they're just creeping and watching. There's something about a garage here. If you have a garage, you might want to install, like, motion lights or something. This person is weird. I don't know. There's something about nighttime and this person trying to, like, I'm not getting, like, stalk you, but almost, like, see if your animal's outside by themselves or something. So don't leave your animals outside by themselves until you're away from this neighbor. Like, there's something here about watching your back. You know, mostly for dogs and horses for that one, but even if you have a cat that you let out sometimes, I wouldn't let that cat out anymore, especially if they go to this neighbor's house. I would actually see if you can put your cat on a leash. And I know that sounds crazy for some people, but I've done it before. You put the harness on the cat, and you just let them live in the harness for a couple days. They'll get over it. They'll act like they can't walk for a while, but they will move through that, and it will be fine. But I think it would be better for you to try to take your animals elsewhere because there's something about this person like waiting for an opportunity. This person is the predator that they think everyone else is. It's very twisted. Anything else you'd like me to get into right now, Spirit? Okay, they want me to end it here. So I hope that you got what you needed from this, if this message is for you. Again, it is timeless. So no matter when you're listening to this, if you resonate, it's for you. Okay? I'm sending you guys lots of love and peace. Don't forget to subscribe or like or leave a comment if you want to be in the running for one of the 2 free readings I'm giving away at 1,000 subscribers. Sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one.